Anyone who's done hard time knows you should steer clear of guys with calloused knuckles. Yet when this hulking beast of a man was released from prison, he got a police escort and crowds lining the streets. Not to welcome him, but to hurl rotten eggs at his face. Some protesters even climbed on top of the car to denounce the court's decision. Here's why. Kang had been locked up for 20 years after assaulting 15 children. Now he was a free man, and parents everywhere were terrified. To keep tabs on him, authorities strapped an electronic ankle monitor on him, meaning he'd be under surveillance for the next decade. But Kang had no intention of turning over a new leaf. With help from a friend, he was already plotting his next crime. The following day, Jung-do, the officer assigned to monitor him, noticed Kang was on the move with no clear destination. He requested permission from his supervisor to check it out. Following the team leader's directions, Jung-do quickly tracked Kang down, but the guy vanished into a shopping mall. There was no way to tell which floor he'd gone to. By then, Kang had already slipped into the underground parking garage, where he was cutting a deal with the owner of an illegal video streaming site. Jung-do eventually made his way there too, but the car windows were tinted so dark he couldn't spot Kang inside. Realizing how slippery this guy was, Jung-do decided he needed round-the-clock physical surveillance. The problem was, they were short-staffed. Luckily, Minjo had just recovered and was back on the job. He was a former martial arts enforcement officer, and the very person who'd recruited Jung-do in the first place. Jung-do had been into martial arts since he was a kid. He held black belts in Taekwondo, Kendo, and Judo. When he wasn't gaming with his buddies, he helped his dad deliver fried chicken. Everything changed one night during a delivery. He spotted Minjo wrestling with a suspect. Jung-do was fascinated. He'd never witnessed a real fight before. Just as he stood there mesmerized, the suspect grabbed a glass bottle and swung it at Minjo's head. Jung-do rushed in to intervene. When the guy turned on him, Jung-do dropped him with a single roundhouse kick. Minjo was blown away. The next day, the Ministry of Justice presented Jung-do with a commendation. Since Minjo was hospitalized with his injuries, the team leader asked Jung-do to step in as a temporary martial arts enforcement officer. The team leader explained that over 5,000 serious offenders across the country were wearing ankle monitors. Even though they'd served their time, they were still considered high risk, which is exactly why this job existed. Their main duty was monitoring the status of these electronic devices. Whenever a battery dropped below 30% and the offender ignored the warning to charge it, that's when they had to move in. Before long, Jung-do noticed one offender's monitor was running low. He called to remind him, but the guy picked up and immediately hung up. Sensing trouble, Jung-do reported to his supervisor right away. The team leader issued him his gear, a stab-resistant vest, a body camera, and, what really got Jung-do excited, a taser. They arrived at the offender's place and Jung-do spotted something off immediately. The guy had removed the security bars from his window, clearly planning an escape route. Jung-do suggested he wait downstairs while the team leader went up to knock. Sure enough, Jung-do's hunch was right. The suspect was in the middle of committing a crime. The moment he heard the team leader's voice, he bolted out the window.